Since the very early days of coronavirus in the U.S., President Donald Trump has been quick to point fingers. He blamed the World Health Organization. He blamed the governors. He blamed the media. But he didn't blame China. He even praised President Xi Jinping on several occasions, saying he was doing a very good job with a very, very tough situation. 3 months later, 60,000 Americans are dead from COVID-19. Nearly a tenth of the country is seeking unemployment benefits. The president, freshly wrung for his sarcastic comments about injecting disinfectants, is fuming about his dramatic slip in the latest election polls. And he appears to be committing to a change in narrative. In an interview with Reuters, Trump squarely blamed China for the pandemic, implying the country may have purposely misguided the U.S. response to stop him from winning re-election because the presumptive Democratic nominee, Joe Biden, won't press as hard on trade. "China will do anything they can to have me lose this race," he said. "They are constantly using public relations to try to make it like they're innocent parties. It is tempting to write off these comments as a distraction tactic or the airing of personal frustration. Maybe that's all they are, but with Trump, there's also the ever-present possibility that the new narrative could translate to a change in policy, including joining Australia in a push to investigate China. U.S. considering retaliatory measures against China. China responded to Trump's statements by saying it had no interest in internal U.S. affairs and that the U.S. should focus on containing the virus at home. For some time, certain U.S. politicians, in disregard of the facts, have attempted to shift their own responsibility for their poor handling of the epidemic to others, said Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhang Shuang. Trump has also said he was strongly considering retaliatory measures against China, but didn't specify what. "There are many things I can do," he said. "We're looking for what happened." Robert Spalding, a senior fellow at the Hudson Institute who studies U.S.-China relations, says this feels more like an acceleration of America's desire to check China's power, rather than an unexpected policy shift. "I think coronavirus has galvanized the United States on both the left and the right to say we need to make a change," he said. "Whatever happens in 2020, you're going to see increased enforcement on China going forward. It's unclear how, exactly, the U.S. will use coronavirus to rein in the authoritarian regime." The U.S. government is reportedly discussing how to retaliate against China for withholding information, according to The Washington Post. The administration has discussed implementing new tariffs, erasing its debt to China or stripping the nation of its sovereign immunity status, meaning the U.S. government could sue the Chinese government for billions in financial damages, just as one U.S. state is attempting to do.